Yo, I'm gonna be reviewing a full day of eating by Seth Feroce.
Paid to talk to be boss. Paid to talk to be boss. I paid to talk to be boss.
Coffee and the calories also, as if that means anything. You just drank poisonous seed water. Your whole full day of eating was just discredited. It's irrelevant because you drink toxic seed water. That's it. It's over. Thanks for watching.
Look at me. You know what? See? She's bad, mother. Look at me. You know what?
Oh, he also poisons the wife or the girlfriend. Oh, you're such a great husband. Oh, lovely.
See?
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a full day of eating. I'm here with my fresh cup of coffee, taking a shit.
Very good. Yeah, thanks for the info. That's what we want to hear. What's interesting about this guy is that he's 40 years old. I'm gonna be 40 in a few years. And there's no way that I would look this old. Obviously not, because the guy is on steroids. That's what ages you so dramatically. It is dramatic, actually. In this specific shot, if you told me that he's 65, I would believe it.
Ball hanging in the toilet. Hope you feel awkward. I feel awkward. This is the fucking lighting I pose in every morning that looks really cool. It's fucking spectacular. Welcome to a full day of eating. I've never filmed one of these.
Yeah, but what does it matter that you have some tumor-like muscles if you have reduced your lifespan? Probably to like 50 or 60, because biologically you're already in your 60s. The chronological age is irrelevant anyway. We only age biologically. Yeah, people like this pose in front of the mirror with the phone for social media. That's typical, but they focus on whatever, the stomach, chest, biceps, but they never really look at the condition of the skin, especially in the face, the forehead, everywhere. How when you deplete the collagen and you contract your face muscles all the time because of the stress, you're just generally stressed all the time, how bad the condition of your skin is, how it ages prematurely, in this case, very extremely. That's kind of almost ignored. Maybe they don't want to see it. I don't know what's going on there. Some kind of denial. Yeah, and yeah, still, whatever. Just look at him. What is this? What a joke. Okay, man, this is just pathetic. It really is. But you don't see it yourself, I get it. Yeah, you just don't get it. You don't get what you're doing. We can all see it at least.
Steady state, nice and easy, 45 minutes. I start at 4, go to 6, I'll finish at 8 here in a minute.
But I can right away see the way he looked like when he was a so-called teenager. I understand what he went through, and I understand why he went down this route. Absolutely. It's just very clear what happened here.
But I wanted to explain this to you. As I'm doing cardio like this on steady state days, not like intense, when I'm doing like 12 and then back down.
And now he's this tough guy on drugs with tattoos. But yeah, your essence still stays the same. It's very easy to see through it.
On an interval training on here, I do this thing 3 to 4 days a week right now because I'm doing some running. I did a driveway workout with sprints up the driveway last night. When I'm doing
Yeah, just running for no reason like a hamster on a wheel. Yeah, just life is going perfectly.
You also see that I have a slight addiction to caffeine throughout the day here. But we're not going to talk about that.
The caffeine is almost the least of his problems. And that says a lot, because for many people it's one of the main problems at least. And the banana. Nice. Cool, man. Yeah, right on. looks natural. The banana looks natural, the way he looks like. Yeah, just everything about him. Just a great guy. Yeah, I just smeared the banana peel everywhere. Yeah, just totally, man.
Fucking asshole. For those of you that don't know, big on hygiene. If you watch Bro Chat, you watched me give a nice gift to all the guys on Bro Chat. One of the things that I use is Moroccan oil for the beard, whenever I used to have it in my hair. A few pumps, smells delicious. A couple rubs, I put it on after the shower. Now that I don't have the beard, I do the hair first, the entire face. It smells nice, makes the hair all shiny, feeling smooth and slick. Clean off a seat for later. I love it. Very nice. I have very sensitive skin. I'm super particular about the soaps I use.
I could even somehow understand why guys like him would do this to have a bit more muscle mass just to look bigger. I get where it's coming from, but when you have this much mass, when you're actually obese by definition, what's the point then anymore? You can't even properly move, you have no agility, mobility. Just to walk around and to pose for social media? Or what? At that point, really, what are you even doing with your life? What's the point then anymore? Because it's hard to just even move, to walk, to breathe. Then it becomes a disability, by definition.
Go with Dr. Squash for the deodorant. I've used certain deodorants and got crazy chemical burns on my armpits. Also, so
yeah, because it's extremely toxic, man. Try putting a deodorant to your tongue. Don't do it, but in case you ever have accidentally, it's super bitter and toxic, and then you sprayed it on your skin. What do you think? It just stays on your skin? No, it also goes inside. Yeah, very little, but even if it wouldn't, as he said himself, it just burns your skin.
there are two different types of soaps I use. One of them is Moroccan oil. Delicious scent, very nice, doesn't irritate the skin. Waver Tree in London. I bought it on Amazon. They have a bunch of different flavors or scents or however you want to say it. Phenomenal soap. Doesn't irritate the skin, smell phenomenal, feel good. Very particular. For years, I tried dandruff soaps. I have crazy sensitive skin. I wash my body, my hair, and my and ass with the same bar soap. It's one of the reasons I look younger.
He's giving all of these great details all the time, which are super relevant.
Post-workout, post-shower, pre-first meal routine. 1 scoop of the grind amino acids, dead Gulf guy flavor.
Yeah, of course, creatine made from petroleum, probably completely toxic. That's not creatine, you've been lied to. You're taking in a literal toxin. Congratulations, not surprised. It's just some waste products, and then the slave bodybuilders just pay for it.
Iced tea lemonade, delicious. 5 grams of creatine, all mixed up in the red Helix. Multi-plus, liver plus, heart plus, kidney.
Oh my god, man. What? They take all of this probably because they believe that their organs are failing because of the drugs. And then they believe that it somehow makes up for it. How can you even believe that, man? You have to be naive.
Plus, vitamins and minerals, and also making sure that we keep all of the organs targeted here healthy and operational.
How? How would they even do that? I kind of feel like I may want to look up what this even is. I actually did find it online. It's better than I thought. And I mean that in a bad way. There's synthetic ingredients, obviously, needless to say, but also toxic herbs and flowers. What I think is going on here is the same as usual. They test these drugs. You produce a lot of liver enzymes because you're consuming something toxic. And then they say, oh, that's good for your liver because your liver is detoxing from these toxic synthetic ingredients, flowers and herbs. And then they sell it, and people like this who are completely naive and ignorant just buy it. They probably pay a lot of money for it. Or maybe he's being sponsored by the company. That's also possible. And then he advertises it and some other people buy it. Whatever the case, some guy out there is going to buy it for sure.
Hey, Jay. All right. First meal in the office.
Oh, wait, it's his own company. He advertises it because he's selling it. Still, he's dumb enough to take it himself. So whatever, it's the same thing.
1 cup white rice. 7 to 8 ounces.
Yeah, white rice, just sugar with arsenic, as always, and some overcooked meat with like 80% of the protein destroyed. Yeah, whatever. You're on drugs anyway. The food is irrelevant. Might as well be eating Beyond Meat. Who cares? It's the same thing.
Ounces of chicken thighs. You all are about to watch me keep things as fucking super basic and simple as possible.
Not really. The cooking takes a while. Cooking the rice takes a while. It's all processed food by definition. Simple would be get a healthy chicken and eat it raw, as you should. Then again, you probably wouldn't even be able to slaughter an animal. Can you even really move your arms properly? Probably not. Really, with this kind of a body, what can you even do? Hunt, he couldn't anyway. He couldn't even hunt down a turtle.
I do not overcomplicate yet. I prefer chicken thighs. I think Hannah has.
Yeah, this is the perfect slave of the system, just completely reliant on the government. Yeah, because he could never get his own food. Yeah, it's just perfect. Bravo.
Some chicken tenders. I prefer chicken thighs just because they're delicious. A little more tender, a little juicier. And I'm an ass.
Yeah, but it's still super dry because you cooked it to death.
More coffee. This is the greatest coffee mug ever made.
Oh my god, man. How do you not understand that you're sick if you need coffee all day long?
Now, we're heading to go get a haircut.
Oh, he has a child. I'm glad to see that. Then again, it's at the same time painful for the child to have such a father because he won't very likely be around for long. Biologically, he's already in his 60s. And if he continues like this, which it seems like he will, it's great, but also very painful, yeah.
Got the little guy. This weekend I'm traveling, so I'm taking the rest of today to make sure that I spend a little time with the kiddos. We got some stuff to do when we get home. We're heading to the...
Oh, kiddos, even more children. Yeah, okay, but again, all of the children will experience a lot of pain. Man, and he cuts the child's hair like some military slave already.
We just finished the haircut. He got his snack. He got a piece of candy. EJ's Barbershop, Murraysville, Pennsylvania. Awesome dudes in there. Now, before we leave, gonna start a meal. We have more chicken, more rice. 1 cup of white rice, probably about 5 ounces of chicken, but over here I have my Ziploc bag full of chicken. More of the thighs. It is about a...
Yeah, as always, red sauce to imitate raw meat and blood. It's just always the same, and just more drugs, and the food doesn't matter anyway. Why the hell do you show it? Who knows?
Watermelon. Not much. We eat a ton of watermelon in this house. A stupid amount. Watermelon doesn't count. It doesn't count. It's fucking 90% water. All right, since this...
Yeah, that's what I always say about all fruits, really. They just don't even really count as food. And it's good for hydration. Maybe that's why they do it, because it's summer, it's warm. That makes a lot of sense.
Diamond B Ranch, right there. I get all of my ground beef for the week or for the month from this local ranch. Oh, he sent me a nice steak too. What a gem. Look at this porterhouse. Oh, it's beautiful.
The fat is kind of white, too white. Still, the ground meat looks good.
Josh Baker is the owner of Diamond B Ranch. These are 2-pound packages, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 pounds of ground.
Yeah, but he's just gonna cook it to death, very likely. Could make steak tartare out of that for sure. Looks good to me.
Hope it looks cool.
You just look like a slave. Are you joking? Who would ever carry extra weight on their shoulders for no reason, just to age themselves even more? What could you possibly gain out of that? Even humans in nature, if they ever had to carry anything, they would carry it all in groups. For example, an animal back home, to give it to the family, always in groups so that it's easy. This guy on purpose put some kind of cement or something. I didn't understand what he was doing there before. And then he puts it in a bag and carries it on the shoulders. The opposite of what humans in nature do. Always trying to do everything as easy as possible. The slave just wants pain and suffering. He doesn't, of course, but he's brainwashed to do it.
Feels like 100 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just all about pain. Yeah, there's nothing else really in his life. He has the children, which will experience pain because of his pain. Kind of indirectly. Right now, it's okay, I suppose.
It's 100 pounds. Sandbags. Dead weight. Like, I started doing these things because I thought it'd be easier than running, because something in my head just makes me hate running so much. This, walking up and down this driveway with this 100-pound sandbag.
Yeah, exactly, of course, because humans hate running, but this is also just as bad.
Probably gonna eat some sunflower seeds, too, while I'm coaching. These are garlic parmesan. Got them at Dick's. The house.
Yeah, the Russians and the Soviet Union always used to eat that, also in Eastern Europe, obviously, because it was part of the Soviet Union. Yeah, when we grew up as children, we also ate that. Of course, it's really just a sign of starvation, as in the countries went through a famine. That's why the people were eating sunflower seeds sitting on a bench, and then it's full of sunflower seeds everywhere. The shells. Yeah, what a joke. And now he eats that.
The Dick's. No. It's Dick's House of Sport. They're the giant dicks. Huge dicks. You ready?
Yep. All right, bud.
Heavenly Father, kind and good, we shall thank thee.
Wow, he's even religious. Oh my god, man. And oh my god. The child has short military hair. Also prays, which is even way worse than that. Praying is one of the worst things that you can do in your life. Praying is worse than being a vegan. I'm joking. Kind of. It's pretty bad though. There's many reasons as to why. In short, you're completely delusional, talking to nobody. You also, of course, believe that something is gonna come true just because you believe in it. So the opposite of reality. Instead of physically acting, you believe. That's how religions work. It's an illusion. And yeah, it just highlights what a slave you are, because usually you kneel down or you go down with your head, or sometimes you look up. Whatever the case, you're looking at nothing except for your own enslavement. And then you say words in a man-made language which nobody's listening to except for yourself, the slave. It's the slave talking to himself. So horrible.
For this food, in Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you.
Ha! He's not even taking it seriously. Nice. He knows that it's a joke. Good boy.
Okay, dinner time. Salad.
How is that dinner? You're not gonna feed it to your child, right? What is that?
Half a head of iceberg lettuce, probably about 5-6 ounces of chicken. We have cherry tomatoes. We have pepper rings. We have green olives, fresh Kalamata olives, and then pieces of garlic in there as well. Every night, huh?
Garlic is an antibiotic. Could be worse. Could be just a salad made out of vegetables and fruits, as it usually is, with some kind of seed oils on top, the dressing. In this case, at least there's some meat. Oops.
And then he gets to eat chicken and rice. And then tonight we're gonna go.
Oh, he eats chicken and rice? Oh, okay. But there was a lot of rice, not that much chicken. Just feed him the chicken. Who the hell wants to eat little white seeds?
With Newman's Own lemon basil vinaigrette, and of course, hot sauce. And my signature drink with every single dinner, orange drink. Orange squirty stuff. I have this almost every single night of the week. Probably, 5 nights a week? 5 nights a week, I'm eating a salad or some type of bowl. Sometimes I put rice on the salad, just mix it all together anyway. Probably gonna eat a bunch of watermelon after this since it was cut up. I've never actually calculated the calories in here, so I'm gonna figure it out.
He's contracting the face muscles almost as much as the Nate Belmar guy. But only almost. Nate was just overdoing it in every clip.
I think you'd like this dressing. This is probably the most calorie-dense meal that I eat all day, but it's not like a ton of nutrient-dense calories and fat. I mean, the dressing has a lot of calories. In one serving, there's 130 calories and 13 grams of fat. No artificial preservatives or flavors, gluten-free. So it's fucking healthy. I don't really get too worked up about the calories and dressings. I'll do ranch like a couple days a week, like as a treat.
Yeah, that's all that bodybuilders talk about, calories. Never anything else. That really says it all. They just have no idea what they are doing. Imitating hunting with the child. Okay, could be worse. He could be inside watching TV or playing video games. Still, at the end of the day, a slave activity at its core, because you're imitating, throwing, aiming because of hunting. Typically, a father would teach a child how to hunt. He doesn't do that, and he couldn't even do that because he's immobile.
Yeah, right there.
Still, of course, it's good that the father and the son spend time, yeah, but it's just not what you really should be doing. But it could be worse. Eddie Hall, for example, he just puts his child in front of the TV.
Got my blood work done and it didn't look too fucking good. So Dr. Prisk said, hey, you got to start eating a Mediterranean diet. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? That's why
None of these doctors even know what Mediterranean means. It would be meat-based, not some vegetables.
eat this like Mediterranean-esque salad, because in my head I was like, oh, Mediterranean.
Yeah, but it isn't at all. Mediterranean would be, if you would make a salad, 80-90% pork and fish, and yeah, maybe some new man-made vegetables which they didn't used to eat, but let's say today they would use it, and some kind of fruits like tomatoes in there. Yeah, but it's the opposite way. If anything, you have very little meat. Well, as I said, it's still better than no meat.
That's what I'm supposed to do. In a sense, yeah. Keep things super fucking simple.
That's not simple at all. Simple is raw meat. You butcher animals and eat them. This is not simple. This is very complicated, actually. How long do you make such a salad? 10, 15 minutes or something? Maybe even longer? How long does it take you to take meat out of the fridge and eat it? Yeah, well, 0 seconds basically. Because as far as preparing goes, there's nothing you need to do.
Need to get your blood pressure down. Need to get your resting heart rate down and your blood work. Liver enzymes are a little elevated. So I changed how I ate, how I trained, and started moving towards that functional and fuckable thing. That hybrid athlete. Like I was like, oh, I got to come up with my own name, because in my head I needed to say something different. I knew
But Nick Bear is already called the hybrid athlete. Are you joking?
that if I didn't change that, I was going to go into it was just going to progressively get worse. Was it going to kill me right then and there? No. Chris was like, if you stay on this path, though, mother, you might. You're going to push yourself into that direction whenever you're 45 or 50, 55, and you're not going to be good. And he sees my family. He sees how everything is. I was about to have SJ at that time. So I was like, yeah, I got to change. And I made videos about it. That's why I eat that fucking salad. My blood work looked that way because of what I was doing. And if I wanted to change it, I had to change. I had to change my habits. I had to change what I was doing, so I did. Same thing goes for you.
That was really funny at the end. He believes that eating a salad is an actual change, as if that's what's gonna make him healthy. Eating some man-made fruits and vegetables with pesticides and some overcooked meat with most of the nutrients destroyed. What's going on in your head, man? This is how most people think today. I'm unhealthy, my blood work is bad. Salad. More man-made toxic vegetables, which will really just create more dead cells in your body. Yeah, that's what they do. They just kill cells, one after the other, all the time. Whatever they touch, they kill. All those pesticides, herbicides, And there's so-called naturally occurring toxins in those vegetables also, of course, such as sulforaphane in broccoli, which is a toxic green flower. There's all kinds out there. That's why they taste so horrible. But people, of course, nowadays believe that bad is good. If it tastes bad, it's good for you. It's healthy. If it feels bad, exercise, it's good for you. And so on. Of course, just chilling in the sun, laying around, just being comfortable, that's bad because it feels good. Eating meat for the most part, that's bad because it just tastes too good. It can't be, because good can't be good. Good has to be bad, right? Because everything is twisted upside down. So if a diet feels good, you're enjoying it, that's an unhealthy diet. So you gotta switch to eating a salad. Most people make salads out of tomatoes, cucumbers, bell peppers, which are fruits, that's better, but also kale, some kind of green leaves, lettuce, nothing that humans would ever eat, which is why they use the dressings, all kinds of additives, sauces, ideally some meat and cheese, because they just hate eating that rabbit food. But that's just the mentality of people today, as I explained. They believe that it's good for them to eat green leaves, yet they add meat and sauces to it to actually cover up the taste, but somehow the meat is the bad part, which is why they should eat less meat, but it tastes better. But still, it's somehow bad. Somehow, in their minds, it makes sense, even though it makes zero sense. Thanks for watching.